Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you have not joined me before, welcome. My channel is a modge podge and a mix of different things, from homeschooling to lifestyle to tutorials, or not really so much tutorials, but like how-tos and stuff like that. I hope that you enjoy this and appreciate for what my channel for what it is. It's just a melting pot of different things, and as I grow, so does my channel. So thank you so much for stopping by. Today I'm going to be bringing you a video about what to do when you've had a rough week. I'm going to talk to you guys today about what to do when you've had a rough day or week with homeschooling your children. Forgive me, I have come down with a cold that I've been working with, trying to fight off the entire week. But yes, we all have those moments of where we've either had a really rough day with homeschooling, or in this case, this week, it's been just a really rough week with homeschooling my kids. And how do you deal with that? And how do you get out of that funk? Especially when the week before was just completely amazing. And like the week before, we had a great week. We kind of got on a schedule, like our schedule was actually like just flowing very nicely, and the kids were just having a really good time, and so it was a really nice week last week, and so we were able to get out. So the first thing that I had to do this week when I realized like I hit a wall with homeschooling the kids was what changed from this week, or from last week to this week. And sometimes we can be blindsided as far as we're so caught up in that moment in our routine, or what's going on in the day and the things that have to be done, that we don't really realize that what is really the issue, and kind of honing in on it. And so there's been a lot of factors this week that have made homeschooling like a rough week. Last week we had really great weather, and so we were able to get things done quickly, and when we were done, the kids were able to play outside whenever they were done with their schoolwork, or if they needed a break during the day, they were able to go outside and get some of that energy out. Whereas this week it's been gloomy, it's been rainy, we've even had like some flash flood and tornado warnings, and so the kids can't go outside to let out that energy. And so I think you find that on weeks and days, or where you have a long period of time where they're not getting outside and they're not burning off that energy, you're going to have a rougher week. And that goes to show that's also the same in public schools. When I worked in a public school, I remember when we'd have rainy day recess and things like that, we would definitely see a lot more behavior issues and stuff, because the kids didn't have an outlet for the extra energy that they had. Also, something else was Monday was Martin Luther King Day, and so we were dealing with, usually they go to the YMCA on Mondays for PE for 2 hours, and so that's a way for them to get their energy out. But Monday we didn't have that, and tackling with the weather, there's all this energy, pent up energy, that they're not able to get out. The other thing that I had to look at was what else changed, the curriculum. We had made a change in my son's curriculum this week, which I really had really high expectations for this, so I really wanted it to work, and I was really down when it didn't work. And so that really messed up the flow of how things were going, especially when we were getting into a routine. And after having a long conversation with my husband, we decided that the change in the curriculum that I had done was not the best choice in setting my son up for success. And so we decided, and I'll get into another video about that later on, but we decided that that was not going to work out. Even though we didn't give it an entire week, I just could tell my son was bogged down with this new routine. The other thing that came into play was I had to look at myself and what I was doing differently. And last week I did have class. I was taking a mini-mester, but I had kind of finished and wrapped it up early. So my mind was solely focused on homeschooling my kids and going over the curriculum and stuff like that, and making sure that when we were done, that we were doing something fun together as a family, instead of, hey, now that you're done, mom needs to work on her work. And so they were kind of left on their own for like an hour or two, either playing outside or coloring or drawing, but doing independent things. And while I get my studies done, I had finished early, so that week was just really focusing on it, and I really discovered that being in school full-time does make it really, it does bring challenges into homeschooling my kids, but I still need to continue my education, so that's not going to change. I just have to learn to adapt and come up with a new schedule that works best for us. The other issue that was coming up was that I was actually starting my spring semester this week as well. So just getting my routine with my new classes, and again, we had changed something with Josh's curriculum, so that kind of like hindered some stuff. So we were trying to learn a bunch of different things and adjust to a bunch of different things at once. And then to count it off, I was sick. And I knew I was coming down with something. I knew my body was trying to fight it off for a while, and it just kind of came to a head this week. And then I'm not getting as much sleep because, again, this week I started my new semester, and so I had to just sit back and say, you know what, we don't have to start as early as we did. I'm going to sleep in a little bit, and we're going to pick back up and just take time to rest. So today was one of those days. We're in Thursday right now. Probably when you see this, it'll be like a week later. But we took the time we needed. Instead of getting up super early like I normally do, I usually try to get up a couple hours before the kids do, and kind of get anything situated that I need to get situated. And then and I try to have some quiet time to myself before the kids get up, and sometimes I'll work on schoolwork, catch up on emails, or even edit films. This week, today, I just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to sleep in, and I'm okay with that. We did get our school day started a little bit later, but actually what I found was the kids were well rested, I was well rested, and I needed that like extra rest and extra sleep. And we actually got through our day really fast and really quick today. And it was a lot more positive environment because I wasn't tired and I wasn't cranky. I even had time to work on some of my school stuff. And so that's what I'll say to you guys, is that when you find that you are hitting a wall and it's tough, take that time to take a break. It is your right. And that is one of the greatest things about homeschooling, is that when you've hit that wall and your kids have hit that wall and you feel like they are not taking in anything or absorbing what they need to, or you could just look at your child and you can tell that they are just so tired, and let them have that break, and you have that flexibility to give them a break. Homeschooling, I'm giving that child a break, my child has that break, that lesson stops, and then once they've had that break, whether it be, it doesn't have to be very long, it could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, sometimes you need more. Like this morning we started really late in our school day. We usually start around 8 o'clock, 8:30, and we didn't start till 9:30, 10 o'clock. So, but we got done fairly quickly. That is one of the liberties and the advantages of homeschooling your kids, is being able to give them a break when they need it, and giving yourself a break when you need it. And then finally, I just had to sit down after I talked to my husband and evaluated how this week was going, and what was I doing wrong, and what could I be doing different. It all came down to, you know what, I just need to be able to appreciate that I get to do this. I get to stay home with my kids, and I get to be a huge part of their day, and I have a huge role in how they're learning and what they're learning, and it's a great privilege that I have that not a lot of people have. And so if you are homeschooling your kids and you are having a rough day, just take a second to think and be thankful that you are able to do this, because I'm sure there's a lot of parents out there that excuse me, that are not in a position to where they're able to do this. And so coming in with that mindset when you're feeling just annoyed because the kids are going to do stuff that are going to work on your nerves. You're going to have moments where they might talk back, or they're hormonal, or just different things. And my son, he's 13, so we got those teen years ahead of us. When you come in with a different mindset, instead of saying like, oh my gosh, this is a rough day, or this is horrible, or I don't know what's going wrong, or why aren't they listening? At the end of the day, you just need to think like, I get to do this. I get to have a huge impact on my children, and I am very thankful for it. And when you come in with that mindset, with that grateful mentality, I think it definitely changes your outlook on the day. I know today it really changed my outlook, and I didn't focus so much on the negative, but on the positive once that happened. So that is what I will leave you guys with. There are going to be some great days in homeschooling, there's going to be some horrible days in homeschooling, and there's going to be a lot of medium days where just things are just going along and you kind of roll with what works. And so I just want to tell you guys who are homeschooling, that have had rough days, just keep your head up. I am still very new to this, and I'm still learning, and I appreciate everybody's support and tuning in and listening to what I have to say. If you've had rough days and you have ideas or tricks that you use, please comment down below. If you have a YouTube channel on homeschooling, please comment down below, because I'd really like to check it out. Again, I want this to be a forum where other homeschool moms or people who are thinking about homeschooling can not only watch my videos, but look down the list and see other videos that are available to them. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not started following me on Instagram or Snapchat, please look out for me there. You'll see a bunch of fun things that we do with our kids. And both of my names on those social media platforms is Kim Vasquez, so it's KIMBVASQUEZ. And thank you. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do so. It helps me out. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment down below on other videos you would like to see in the future. Thank you so much, and have a good day.